We are two book ramblers.
A podcast to get you to read beyond the lines.
Like Elvis said, the sun's down and the moon's pretty. It's time to ramble.
About books.
Today in Two Book Ramblers, it's a wrap. Countdown to 2021.
In order to say goodbye to 2020 and welcome 2021, we would like to count from 12 to 0, as you would do at midnight on New Year's Eve, but we're doing so using books with those numbers in the title. Here's our bookish countdown. 12.
We're gonna start with book versus book. We chose both retellings of the same fairy tale to contest against each other this week.
I picked 12 by Andrea Blythe. This gem of a book is a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses by the Brothers Grimm. And among the many popular and happening fairy tale retellings, this one really stands out. The voice of the narrator is almost the same as the orthodox narration of fairy tales, but the plot is a complete new spin on the classics. The author did such a great job with the choice of words, and sometimes they are even evocative of other fairy tales. I was expecting verse because the book is introduced as poems, but I found prose. Nonetheless, these are poems through and through.
And my pick is The Night Dance, a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses by Suzanne Wayne. Wayne combines the 12 dancing princesses from the Grimm brothers with the elements of the legend of King Arthur in this fairy tale retelling. The book is part of the Once Upon a Time series by Simon & Schuster Publishing Company, to which Wayne has contributed other works combining fairy tales and historical elements.
You can vote for your favorite between these two books with 12 in the title, either in our Instagram stories at 2bookramblers or in our page 2bookramblers.com. 11.
Station 11 by Emily St. John Menzel. A post-apocalyptic novel told from different points of view across different timelines. There's a pandemic flu that changes civilization as we know it. There's an actor who dies on stage while performing King Lear. And there is a traveling troupe of actors rooting for art in a post-pandemic world. This book is ultimately about people and the connections between them. In the book, the motto of the troupe of actors goes, "Survival is insufficient." The author stated she got the quote from Star Trek and she was immediately struck by its veracity. After all, we need art just as much as we need food and sleep. The quote has been stamped on a pillow and you can purchase it at TeePublic. As always, the link can be found on our page. 10.
10th of December by George Saunders. This is a brilliant collection of 10 short stories that the author had previously published in several magazines. Saunders' characters do not stop at three-dimensional, they are truly multi-dimensional, and his stories are designed for insightful humor. And to be able to do so in the short story format is nothing short of genius. If you enjoy 10th of December and would like to donate a shirt with the print from the book, there is a store called Lithograph that specializes in bookish items, and they have this shirt in a selection of colors.
9.
9 Perfect Strangers by Leon Moriarty. In this book, there's 9 people who meet at a health retreat. Each of them signed for a different reason, ranging from losing weight, self-discovery, or couples therapy. However, once the retreat is in session, some of them start to notice undercurrents of something not so peaceful and relaxing. We have chosen the cover for the 2018 edition from Flatiron for our cover gallery this week. And as always, you can go to our page and enjoy it.
8 and 7.
The 7 or 8 Death of Stella Fortuna by Juliette Grimes. The novel tells the story of 2 sisters born in Italy, Stella, beautiful and smart, and Tina, who is not as much. But being beautiful and smart does not stop people in her village from thinking Stella is cursed, as she is frequently involved in bizarre and peculiar life-threatening incidents. During World War II, the young sisters' family emigrates to America, and the love between the 2 young sisters is tested as they face the challenges of a new culture. The story is fictionalized, but the characters are based on the real relatives of the author. The novel takes place mostly in Calabria, Italy, and Grimes, the author, celebrates this region's culture, heritage, and small towns like the ones from where Stella and Tina are from. Although Calabria is a lesser known touristic destination among the extensive list of sites in Italy, a visit to the region would please anybody's wanderlust. Calabria is full of history, picture perfect beaches, delicious food, beautiful architecture, and natural settings. The Calabria Tourist Information Office offers information in English and an interactive map to help plan an itinerary including almost any interest. The itineraries created can be saved and shared with others using the site's feature Me and Calabria. If you need one more reason to visit Calabria, look for a picture of Tropea Beach and you would like to book your ticket right now.
6.
Six of Crows by Lee Bardugo. By now, most of us have heard of Six of Crows, and the hype is well deserved. Bardugo gifted us with a gang made up of unforgettable characters. They hang in the bad part of town, and some of them might even be dangerous. But that would not prevent readers from wanting to be part of the crew. This broken or half mended group of youngsters will keep you amazed, will show you a good banter, will keep you rooting for them, and might make you tear up in some instances. In honor of Nina, one of the members of the gang, the Novel Bakery has created a recipe for miniature princess cakes. Nina loves sweets, and judging by the pictures accompanying the recipe, she would have eaten 2 dozens of those. 5.
5/4 of the Orange by Joanne Harris. A woman called from Rouen returns to her native town in France where she spent her childhood during German occupation. She comes back carrying the load of her mother's inheritance, a tragic past, and heirloom recipes. Her mother's tragic past causes Framois to conceal her identity, but the heirloom recipes she serves at a new restaurant she opens in the town. Narrated in timelines that alternate between German-occupied France and the present, this book tells us about the emotional weight food and cooking have in our lives. This book will have you craving French cuisine as you read, and to satisfy those cravings, we have found a forum with recipes inspired by the book, with references of the pages that inspire them. These two book ramblers will be attempting the confiture of tomato verses and a fricassee poulet.
4.
The Four Loves by C.S. Lewis. This is a book about love, all four kinds of it as described by the English author C.S. Lewis. The four loves refer to affection, friendship, eros, and charity. The ultimate goal of the book is to encourage humans to experience all kinds of love, be open to it, and cultivate it. Given that the author is C.S. Lewis, this book is based on Christian theology. However, it is not necessary to share the author's faith to benefit from this discourse on love. The end of the year may be a time of introspection for some, and this book is the perfect bibliotherapy for that disposition. 3.
The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. Alexander Dumas created the fictional character of D'Artagnan inspired by Charles de Batz-Castlemore, who was a real captain of the Musketeers under King Ludwig XIV. The well-known adventure is full of heroics, honor, conspiracy, revenge, and romance. Who doesn't know of these gentlemen? And what young adventurer did not want to meet the Musketeers for a horseback ride? Well, you can do so now if you follow one of the 6 thematic routes that make up the European Route de D'Artagnan and follow the travels of the eponymous Musketeer. The length of the rides range from hours to weeks, and you can find all information to plan your adventure at their website linked in our page. Get ready to join others in an adventure all for one and one for all. 2.
A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This is the well-known start to this novel set in Paris and London before and during the French Revolution and the Reign of Terror. The story follows Dr. Manette, just released from La Bastille, his daughter Lucy, two young men in love with her, the terrible Madame Defarge, and other members of this unforgettable cast of characters. For fans of Dickens and lovers of this particular novel, we have found a miniature book ornament celebrating a tale of two cities. The ornament is made by Once Upon the Tree, and there is an option to write a customized message in it. You can find the link on our page.
1.
One Day by David Nichols. The day in question is July 15th, and its relevance is that readers get to meet Emma and Dexter every year for 20 years on that same day. The same day each year brings a snippet of their relationship until the meaning of the particular date is revealed. We should warn you, only read this book if you're up for a good cry. 0.
0. The Biography of a Dangerous Idea by Charles Safe. Have you ever examined what an interesting mathematical concept the number 0 is? This book will offer clarification for that question, elaborating on the historical, religious, scientific, and philosophical ideas that has been associated with this number since its creation. We have chosen this book for this week's 6-word review, and here it goes. The History of the Strangest Number. We're going to make a very brief pause, and we'll be back for guesswork. Welcome back. The answer to guesswork from last episode was The Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown. For this week, we have narrowed the options. We would like to see if you can identify one of the titles in our countdown by its first line and an excerpt. Here's the first line.
I'm fine, said the woman. There's nothing wrong with me.
And the excerpt from page 69.
She took the letter and read. During the silence, we request that you walk slowly and mindfully, with intention, heel to toe, about the property, while avoiding eye contact and conversation. If you must communicate with a staff member, please come to the reception and follow the instructions on the laminated blue card. There will be guided meditation sessions, both walking and sitting, throughout each day. Please listen for the bells.
If you think you know it, you can let us know in our page, twobookramblers.com. We hope you have enjoyed this episode. This is the last one for this season, but we will be back in January with a new season and even more fun episodes. If you like our Bookish countdown, our plan is to have one like this every end of the year.
It has been a fun season. We have loved interacting with you on our webpage and on Instagram. We wish you and your families health and happiness for the new year.
Until next time, do as Shakespeare said,
And love all.
trust a few.
Do wrong to none.